I designed 5 custom cards for the big bird himself, Falcon. I love what we saw so far and I hope you love what I did for him. Hi everyone, this is the Game Design Raccoon. My name is Arthur and on this channel I do game design, game tinkering and fan-made content for Marvel Champions and other games. Today we're diving into the latest Marvel Champions hero, Falcon, aka Sam Wilson. Fantasy Flight Games officially announced him last Thursday and I couldn't resist designing a few extra cards to complement his kit. Stay tuned until the end of the video to get your hand on 5 brand new custom cards and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. But first, a quick word about Falcon's core abilities. He plays with the top card of the encounter deck revealed, much like Magic with her own deck, but only during the player's phase to thankfully keep it easier to manage. This is incredibly useful during your turn, mainly thanks to all your aerial cards or for planning ahead the next villain phase. Really good. Then we have Eagle-Eyed Response. After you play an aerial card, discard the top card of the encounter deck. This is a nice way to get what you want on top of the deck. Meanwhile, his alter ego ability allows him to recycle Redwing, his bird ally or any bird-traded card, 2 in the game right now, from his discard pile. Here are all the cards we have for him right now. We have Redwing, his bird ally, a few events, 2 attack events and 2 thwart events, and a few amount of upgrades. At least 3 of them just discard themselves when you use them. So what about Falcon's strengths? He has good stats, 2-2 is a very solid baseline for a hero. He has native aerial trait and synergies with existing aerial cards, which is always interesting, I love this trait. He has a very powerful hero ability. Playing with the top encounter card revealed is a huge advantage. Discarding the top card of the encounter deck seems very fun, like a very fun mechanic, at least to me. His card effects include both boosts and star icons for increased impact no matter what the mod set is. This is something that could very much hurt Scarlet Witch in the past. His kit is very versatile, it features a variety of strong upgrades, and most of them discard themselves. And finally, Draw Their Fire looks like a fantastic card. Draw Their Fire is a 1 per player cost upgrade, aerial, preparation, hero response after the villain phase begins, discard Draw Their Fire. Falcon does not exhaust to defend until the end of the phase. This is like a very promising card, not broken at all. Not broken at all, I don't know, I just want to build around this card for some reason. It's so cool and the art is so great. Anyway, back to the weaknesses now. He doesn't have a lot of weaknesses per se, it's just most of his cards are very situational, like Redwing is fine, but situational. He's a good ally, 2, and he can tank for you, but his ability, you're not going to want to build around too much, I think. At least right now. More on that later. Alter Ego ability is also situational if you don't want to recycle Redwing every turn or couple turns. Some upgrades are good, but depends on the scenario or number of players, like a Draw Their Fire could be very expensive in 4 players, but also very fun, while maybe this is not the best in solo, I don't know. Also, the card that could save another player and fly away to Alter Ego is obviously probably much better in multiplayer than solo. And finally, there are not enough ways to use his Eagle-Eyed ability consistently in his reveal kit right now. You would have to include some aerial cards in his deck no matter what, but maybe we could add more aerial cards right now, so you don't have to every time you build a deck for him. And last but not least, opportunities for design. We have 6 cards left in his kit. 0-4 events, possibly 1 more copy of Bird Eye's View is 4 events. 0-1 player side scheme. 0-2 resource cards. 0-2 supports and 2 upgrades. We know for sure they are upgrades. Other key considerations are this is likely a low to average cost hero kit. Probably on the cheaper side, but we could make him either really cheap or more balanced in his cost curve by designing more expensive cards. We could also include a way to become or evoke his version of Captain America, like his shield or an older Steve Rogers support. We could increase synergies with Redwing or synergies with Eagle-Eyed ability by designing more aerial cards or discarding more cards from the encounter deck and having more reward for that. And finally, we could synergize more with Draw Their Fire because I love that card. Maybe we should design a defense event, 1 or 2 copies, some resources or resource generators. Also, I think this is important to design a very powerful vibranium wings, or wings if it is not the vibranium version, like Angel's wings that are very powerful. And finally, a way to ready, because we haven't seen a way to ready him for now, but maybe this is just what Draw the Fire is trying to do. I don't know. Here is my design process. As usual, I try by writing all my ideas, then refining it more and more until I come up with something pretty much finished until I design them on Photoshop. I am not the biggest fan of defense events, but Falcon felt like the kind of heroes we should have at least 2 of them, similar to Angel or Archangel, who has 2 of them, if I remember correctly. That was my starting point for the 2 first cards. Ignore the green card, this is just in case I wanted a 3rd copy of these 4 events. So that would be cards 6 and 7. Then for card 8, I wanted another event, a card focused on Red Wing and Falcon's telepathic bond. A dedicated support, or event in this case, for Red Wing felt like a great way to emphasize this connection between them. This will act like a payoff to having Red Wing into play, because you can only play this card if Red Wing is in play. Or any bird, I don't know at this point, but this is Red Wing in the end. Then card number 9, I considered another event or support. I ultimately went for a support to represent Sam's role as a social worker in Harlem, I think. This was also a subtle way to tie him mechanically to Captain America, Steve Rogers' version, by giving him a similar effect that reduces ally costs, like Steve Rogers do in Alter Ego. I debated giving him Cap's iconic shield, but I realized that FFG designed his hero to be Falcon, not Captain America, so I moved away from that idea and came up with this more subtle link between them. That left me with 2 upgrade slots. Vibranium Wings was an obvious choice in position 15, and the final slot, 13, could be either another situational upgrade or a resource generator. I opted for Falcon's visor, a simple but effective way to help fuel his aerial synergies. At this point, I also realized Falcon would be a perfect candidate for a team-up card with Captain America, and I think I'll be making a mini video soon to explore that idea further, so stay tuned, hit the bell button and that sort of thing. Okay, so here's the big reveal, card number 6 and 7, Deflect and Strike. This is a 1-cost event, aerial defense, hero interrupt defense, when a boost card is turned face up while the villain attacks. Cancel all icons, stars and boosts on that card, then deal 1 damage to the villain for each icon cancelled this way. This is a defensive event heavily inspired by Preemptive Strike, but also including star icons alongside boost icons to make it more tied to Falcon's design. This makes it a strong choice for a hero who knows what is the top card of the encounter deck at the beginning of the villain phase, at least. Then we have Telepathic Bound. This is a 1-cost event, psionic. I know it's not a psionic per se, but you get the idea. You can only play if Red Wing is in play. Hero action, ready Falcon, look at the top 4 cards of the encounter deck, discard any number of those and put the others on the top of that deck in any order. This is an event that enhances Red Wing's utility, making Sam Wilson's alter ego ability even more relevant. This combines a ready effect and a global logistics-like effect, but only for the encounter deck, which can be really powerful for a hero like Falcons who really likes knowing what comes next. Next up we have Community Support. This is a 2-cost support, like the name suggested. This is a condition, reduce the cost of the first ally played each round by 1, whether you are in alter ego or hero form. Alter ego action, exhaust community support, heal 1 damage from your identity or draw 1 card. So as I say, this support ties Falcon to Steve Rogers thematically and mechanically. It reduces the cost of allies even while in hero form, as I said, to prevent the frustrating missed triggers you can sometimes have with the OG Steve Rogers. This is also a weaker version of Steve Rogers' apartment, which ties him even more to Sam Wilson. In 12th position we have Falcon's Visor. This is a 1-cost upgrade, item tech, hero resource, exhaust Falcon's Visor, generates a wild resource for an aerial card. any aerial card. This is a simple but effective resource generator that helps pay for Falcon's aerial-based abilities. Along with community support, it allows him to replay Red Wing every turn, or every other turn, I guess, because you would have to get that bird back in alter ego form. And obviously, this is a great way to pay all the incredible events, analyze, and upgrades we got so far in the game. Simply choose your color and synergize with all the aerial goodness you can find. And finally, 15th card, Vibranium Wings. This is a 3-cost upgrade, item tech again. Falcon gets Retaliate 1. Hero Interrupt. When you use a basic power, exhaust Vibranium Wings and discard the top card of the encounter deck, add the number of icons, stars and boost icons discarded this way to your power for this use. So it gives Retaliate 1, which synergizes perfectly with Draw the Fire when you defend for everyone at the table, or in any protection build, especially one relying on multiple instances of Retaliate. Thematically, it just makes sense that Falcon's sharp wings deal retaliatory damage. Retaliatory? Retaliatory? I don't know. The main effect is strong on paper, but it is very much balanced by the fact that it costs 3 resources to play. It requires Falcon to be ready to maximize its potential. It can only be used once per turn, obviously. And best case scenario, this is a +3 or +4, depending on the modulus. You could argue that it could deal even more than 4 thanks to star icons, but you basically never see a star icon alongside 3+ boost icons. So most of the time it's gonna be +3, I think, but not every turn because sometimes you will be exhausted. Also, it forces you to discard a card from the encounter deck with variable icons and making the effect exclusive with playing one of Falcon's great events. So, even though you're having a +3 attack right now, you won't be able to use that exact same +3 to your 4th events, I don't know, that you have in hand. And finally, worst case scenario, aka a 0 icon card, it still allows Falcon to change the top card of the encounter deck to set up his next moves. So a very good and versatile card, those wings, just like the Angel Wings. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into Falcon's hero kits and my custom design. If you'd like to try these cards yourself, check the description for downloadable PNG versions. Let me know in the comments, do you like Falcon's as revealed by FFG? Which missing cards are you hoping to see in his kit? Which of mine did you prefer? And finally, make sure to like, subscribe and stay tuned for the upcoming team up card videos featuring Falcon and Captain America. See you!